Helen Yee here with Eyes on the Game, and I'm here at the golf course, and look who I found, the man, Jose Canseco. Now, before I get into some golf, I noticed that you have been the Oakland A's on-air analyst for a few months now. How are you enjoying that?
Well, I enjoyed it a lot. It's been about a couple months. I enjoyed it a lot. I get to give a perspective on baseball and my angle, my crazy perspective. And even though the Oakland A's are struggling, we're having a great time in creating a bigger fan base.
And so how has it been, kind of now returning, and reuniting with them, but on the other side?
It's been great. We did the bobblehead day about a few months ago. About 6 months before that, we did the 25th anniversary of the '89 World Series, and I think that was the open door that the Oakland A's were saying, you know what, we welcome you back and we want to work with you. And then they called me about this analyst job, and I said, at first I thought it was a joke. Somebody was tricking me or April Fool's joke, but I realized it was a serious thing. And definitely I said yes, and they came to my house and set up a studio upstairs. So we got the cameras, we've got the lighting, the whole audio set up, and it's turned out pretty well.
Yeah, that sounds great, like working from home, and you don't have to literally be in Oakland, right? Like, technology, it's pretty cool.
It's real easy. All I got to do is walk in there, turn on a couple switches, a couple lights, the camera, put a little bit of makeup on if I'm shining somewhere, get in my spot, make sure that I'm centered on the actual screen, and I'm going. Good.
Awesome. Well, speaking of, a lot going on in baseball right now, recently I did talk to Derek Jeter, and I know that on May 14th, he does have the Derek Jeter Day, and the Yankees will retire his number 2. Are there any memories, of you and Derek that you'd like to share?
Well, I did play for the Yankees, I think 2000 or 2001, the last World Series, for a couple months, and he's a really quiet, nice guy. Really spoke to him a few times, but a gentleman of the game, a real nice guy, a great athlete, and was on, I don't even know how many championships with the Yankees, 4, 5, 6, 7, who knows? He's got so many rings, it's incredible. But one of the best shortstops in the history of baseball. He definitely deserves having his name and his number retired.
And were there any stories like, when you played with him that you guys shared together?
No, because I guess the stories will be after the fact when you go out at night, and we'll keep those quiet.
Oh, got it. Yeah, understood. But and also though, I do know a few months ago you reached out, or you spoke to the media and said that you want to help Tim Tebow. We've obviously all kind of saw his transition into baseball. What do you think of how he's doing so far?
He's doing well. I think he's in Double A affiliate for the Mets.
Yes.
So he's doing well. I want to try to help him out with the psychology of the game. Maybe fix his technique a little bit, because he does pull the ball a little bit too much. Maybe to give him a little more extension, a lot more compression, which creates lift and more consistently in the home run category. But in order for him to make it to the major leagues, he's got to put together, at least one good year at Double A level and Triple A, and hopefully they'll consider him for the major league level.
Now, do you think he has that potential?
He's an athlete. He's a big guy. He's a good outfielder. He's got a strong arm. He's 6'4", about 250 pounds. So he does have the ability to hit home runs, and he's got an advantage. He's a left-hand power hitter. There's a lot of right-hand pitching, so if he learns how to use it and puts together a good year in Double A and Triple A, they may consider him for the major league level. Who knows?
So were you surprised at all? After, because there was so much talk about his transition from football to baseball, about kind of how well he's doing so far.
It's easier to transition from football to baseball than what Michael Jordan did from basketball to baseball. So I think you have more of the linear muscles that you need in football to play baseball, but in basketball, the vertical muscles and all that are completely different. So, Tebow, he's a strong guy. He's got a strong arm. He's a quarterback, very good athlete. He's built more like a strong baseball player. And let's see what happens.
In the midst of the baseball season right now, who are some of your favorite players to watch?
I love the big power hitters. My favorite is Giancarlo Stanton. I mean, when he gets up to the plate, he's 6'5", 250 pounds. He looks like a god out there. And I mean, when he hits these home runs, he hits these line drives that go 500 feet and just carry forever. So to me, I mean, he sees the franchise in the face of the Marlins, and he's the franchise in the face of baseball.
And with the Yankees, they're playing well this year. Do you have any early World Series predictions?
They're playing well. Let me tell you, surprisingly, their team looks solid. They have very good defense, offense. Their pitching staff has been doing a great job. You never know. They have a chance because they have one of the most well-balanced teams out there.
So you would say them and any other team that has stood out so far?
Well, Houston Astros, of course, American League West, they're running away with it. You may see those teams collide somewhere down the line. But, the Yankees, it's amazing because no one thought they were going to be this powerful and this strong of a team, and they're proving everyone wrong.
Yeah, and lastly, since we are, like I mentioned, at the golf course, how is your golf game?
It's long and everywhere, so I can hit a golf ball a very long way, especially the driver, but sometimes it's hard to find that fairway. So I just try to hit it, 360, 380 yards, and hopefully it lands down the middle somewhere. And
so you play golf pretty frequently?
I play golf a couple times a week. I've done a lot of pro-ams. I've done a lot of charity events, some long drive competitions. So, I enjoy getting out there in this great Vegas weather.